love a good pun on a sports movie.
It's so good.
That's good. Hey everyone, and welcome to Port City Living, the podcast about life in Wilmington, North Carolina. Hey Brad.
Hey Bill.
How's it going?
It's going great.
Good. Did you have a good time at the Blueberry Festival this past weekend?
I had an amazing time both Saturday morning, Saturday night. I heard, not so much.
Well, I had a good time, and I was up there with some friends, but it was excruciatingly hot.
Yeah.
And I wasn't prepared for the size of it. I really, in my head, remember as a kid the Spring Festival that was there, and it was really small, and it was, I'm trying to refrain from saying charming, but it was.
Yeah.
And it just was not like that. I had no idea because I don't know if listeners have heard our Blueberry Festival episode, but I moved out of Burgaw, and then they started the Blueberry Festival. So I've actually never been to it before. Yeah. And so I was overwhelmed by the heat and the size and how many people were there. But we did get to make it into the brewery right when it opened. So that was good. But we did have to sit outside. But
was that your first time?
No. I've been there many times. And it was really, really good. But it took forever. I think we were there for an hour and almost 30 minutes. Yeah,
30-minute wait Saturday night for dinner.
Yeah, it was insane. Absolutely insane. But if you get anybody that's traveling to Burgaw, get a chance, go to the brewery. It's good. The beer is decent and the food is good, and then we had a good time. But we left there and then we walked around the courthouse square, and I was just so overwhelmed by the amount of vendors. I couldn't believe it.
Well, they said at the race on Saturday morning that, I don't know where they get these numbers from, but they were estimating 50,000 people throughout the day on Saturday.
Well, I don't doubt it because, my mom lives way up on Bickett, and when we were leaving, coming down Wilmington Street, the cars were almost all the way up to her house, and that's 8, 9, 10 blocks out of downtown, so it's pretty crazy. But
thanks.
Yeah, I know. It was good though. I enjoyed it. My friends got some blueberries, and one of my friends made blueberry pies, and that was kind of cool. So that was neat. The whole point of it. But we're not talking about blueberries anymore. We're talking about Stonewall Sports. You look like a blueberry, actually. We're talking about Stonewall Sports, and for those of you who aren't familiar with it, it is a national league for the LGBTQ plus and allies community. It is an organization that was started back in 2010, and it's done a lot of good for a lot of communities, and it's brought a lot of people together. We're going to interview Sam Starks today, who's the current commissioner, and we're also going to talk to Woody Goff, who is the engagement director. And I'm so excited to have these guys here. But before we get into that, I thought I'd give a little history lesson. Are you familiar with Stonewall and what that means at all to you?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit? Okay. You would just...
But go ahead and tell us, because I'm not going to get it right.
So, and I'm going to summarize this because it's a lot of detailed information. But, for many, many years, the gay community was pushed down and was not allowed to live normal lives, and were very discriminated against. And so back in June 28th, 1969, there was a bar that gay people would attend. It was called Stonewall Inn. It was in Lower Manhattan. And after being bullied and being raided by the police for years to break up the bar or whatever, and just, not be treated less than, the gay community pushed back, and they were like, we're not doing this anymore. We're not going to live like this. You're going to, and so things changed, and that's been 55 years ago, and they really catapulted what we have today, which is, equality and gay rights and, gay pride and all that stuff. And June is official Gay Pride Month. We've had a lot of events going on in Wilmington, as most people do around the country, and it's quite fantastic. So that's where the Stonewall portion came from. And so now we're going to talk to Sam and Woody, and we're going to get their input on what the sports league part does for the community and how they give back. So shall we talk to them?
We shall.
Let's do it. Hey, Sam.
Hey, Billy.
Hey, Woody.
Hello.
How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm excited to talk about Stonewall and everything that has to offer our community. And but before we get started, we have to do Brad's tradition because, Brad loves his alcohol. So we're going to
I promise.
Okay. We're going to do a little shot of, what is it?
This is tequila. It is I wasn't prepared for that question. I would have.
Well, anyway.
It's been a long day.
It's good because I've had a sip of it. So anyway, Here we go. Ready?
Ready?
That is
Smooth.
really, really smooth.
It is really fantastic.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for the warm welcome.
You are quite welcome. And so now that we've got the important stuff out of the way, let's talk about Stonewall. So, Sam, you are the newly appointed commissioner. How long have you been commissioner?
Newly appointed commissioner. I'm just a couple months in now.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about your role as commissioner for Stonewall, and maybe give us some background about Stonewall.
Absolutely.
I want to hear that part too.
Yeah, happy to. First of all, thank you for having us. This is a really great opportunity, not to only, talk about Stonewall, but, get us out there. So Woody and I are representing the Wilmington chapter of Stonewall Sports. And what Stonewall Sports is we're a national organization. We are a mission-driven organization who provides inclusive, low-cost, high-fund sports leagues. At the end of the day, we offer sports leagues, but really what we are rooted in philanthropy and giving back to our communities. So we are the Wilmington chapter. Stonewall Sports nationally has 28 cities in 20 different states. Wilmington actually has 4 different cities who has a league, so it's pretty exciting to be one of 4 in
So
North
it's
Carolina.
Wilmington, Charlotte, Raleigh,
Greensboro, you got it. So, it's really, Stonewall Sports nationally was founded in 2010. We've been around in Wilmington since 2015. And Billy, I think maybe you were probably there.
I will say I was one of the founding fathers because I was part of the
right.
conversation when they started all of it. And I think me and Frank, I think were part of like creating the logo.
Yep.
Because every city has a different, has their city's iconic thing. Like Charlotte has the crown in the center of the logo, and I think Greensboro has the something.
What's ours?
Well, we picked the wave, which in hindsight, I don't know if y'all know this, but our city seal is a beehive with bees flying around.
That I did not know.
Yeah,
Great job.
and so I was thinking about that today. I was like, well, maybe we should have made it the beehive, but we didn't do that. We did wave because,
It's funny you should mention that because we thought about changing it over the past couple of years. Because
what
we were thinking something maybe more representative of Wilmington,
Just
like an azalea or a Venus flytrap.
We really didn't think it was going to go anywhere, so that's why we were just like.
And here we are.
Here you
How about
are.
that?
That's crazy.
What if you kept the base of the wave and then added something just to rebrand a little
It doesn't
bit?
look like that, Brad. It's not. It's more of a round wave. It's kind of like a little.
Okay.
I've added your suggestion to our suggestion box, so thank you.
I will take that into consideration. Means we're not doing it.
But now you should think about the beehive now that I've told you about that. So.
Yeah, I'm going to check that out. I never really noticed that. I realized that.
Absolutely.
But we are, so I'm Sam Starks. I'm the commissioner. I have the, immense, privilege to lead our organization in town. And I'm here with Woody.
Yeah. So I'm Woody. I am the director of community outreach, and so my whole job is like that one pillar that Sam was talking about, where it comes to like being in the community. So connecting Stonewall with other organizations in the community so that we can continue to do good, connecting with different pockets of the community so that we make sure that Stonewall is a fun, inclusive, and representative organization of all of the different folks that we have here in Wilmington. And so I get to do kind of the fun stuff.
Yeah.
That's good.
And we're really lucky to have Woody. Woody is, just to kind of give you some concept and understanding of how we're run, we are a 501c3. We're a philanthropical organization, totally volunteer-based. And our organization here in town, we have, the way that we're structured is we have a collection of directors and assistant directors of each sport that we offer, and I'll tell you about those in just a little bit. And then we also have different director roles who support other kind of critical functions of, our organization, like community outreach, events planning. We have a treasurer, all that, great stuff. So
I can assure you in 2015, it was not Stonewall. There was like 2 or 3 of us, and we did it all,
And a shoebox with $1 in it for the treasurer.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like, you start somewhere, and here we are.
Absolutely.
And it's
you
really
have
pretty
to grow
wonderful.
and build. Absolutely.
And I am so thankful for, all the directors that we have. They put a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of energy into, not only putting on an entire sports league, but also making sure that it's a inclusive, safe place, welcoming, where, we can, hopefully grow our league. So it's just really special. We've got such a great team.
Yeah, that's amazing. So tell me some of the stuff that you do, Woody, that makes your job fun. Like, you're the party planner?
No, I'm not the party planner. I think what I do is only fun to me, which is maybe why the position was open for so long until I switched over into it. Because I used to be the fun guy. I used to be the party planner. I used to do events. And then I moved over to community outreach because that's where I go and sit down with the city and I talk about things that we should be doing to support people within our community. I go to other organizations and see how we can support their mission through the work that we're doing, whether it be through having them come and speak to our folks. So I'm the kissing hands and shaking babies. That's my whole gig, is really being out there in the community.
What are you laughing at, Brad? Shaking hands and kissing babies.
Oh no, I like kissing hands and shaking babies.
Okay.
Actually, I would agree with you on that one. I would shake some babies.
Okay. I didn't know that was a slip. All right.
Oh my gosh.
But no, and that's what I get to do. So I get to do the weird talking to people about policies and how we're making sure we're advocating for the community at all of the levels that we're represented within the city. So that's what's fun to me. I don't think anybody else really thinks that it is, but I love it.
Well, then you've got the job forever.
Shaking babies is
Shaking
fun.
baby and babies. So obviously you must have a background in doing something sort of similar to this in your, I guess, regular career.
Yeah, so I actually moved to Wilmington 3 years ago from Atlanta, where I ran the oldest LGBTQIA business organization in the city. And so obviously when I came to Wilmington, I looked for something very similar. And so I currently serve as the executive director of the LGBTQ Center of the Cape Fear Coast. So I do that in Wilmington, in New Hanover County, and 5 counties in the Southeast.
Wow, I had no idea.
Obviously, I didn't.
It's a big deal. And the center is over on Castle Street, right?
It's on Market.
Oh.
Yeah, so we have a really fun, I'm going to give a community plug, because we share space with the Carousel Center, and so we saw a great overlap in the work that we do and being able to share competencies. And so it's us, a couple of other organizations in there with the Carousel Center in the Village, if you're fancy. It's the Carousel Village, and it's a lot of fun.
That's gay for a village, Brad, in case you didn't know.
I figured it out.
Yeah. That's really awesome. That's really, really awesome. I had no idea. Well, tell us a little bit about the types of sports that we have here, because I know. I think historically the main sport was based on kickball, correct?
Yep.
And then it's kind of expanded from there, and again, it's different areas have different things. So what do we have?
Absolutely. So right now we offer kickball, volleyball, bowling, and tennis. And kickball is our most popular sport.
However, I bet if you picked up pickleball, it would surpass it.
So if I had a nickel for every time someone said pickleball,
is that not a thing?
What, pickleball?
To do
it's definitely a thing.
Oh,
so the fun thing about this is that every city, we all have common sports that we play, but some cities have trivia, some cities have pickleball, some cities have curling.
Dodgeball was a thing.
Dodgeball, yeah, we've explored dodgeball.
They tried to start it here, but it never went anywhere, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, so it just takes we're volunteer basis. We're all spending our time and energy, and we when we think about a sport, we kind of need to approach it and logistically, how will we make that happen? Do we have the resources and the manpower to actually support that? And that's a really good opportunity for us, as we grow and expand both our base of players. We want to be able to offer more sports too, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now I'll kind of walk you through what a year in Stonewall looks like. So in the fall, starts out in the spring. We start with kickball. We have a season of kickball and a season of tennis. We just a couple weeks ago finished both of those up. Right now, in the summertime, we have 2 seasons of sand volleyball. We play over at Bill's. We played there for years. They're an incredibly welcoming environment. They're really fun to be around, and we're really lucky to have them as both a sponsor and a location that we can go to play. So we play volleyball every Monday night right now, and then we're just starting. We just opened registration for our second season of volleyball. And Billy, I think we were on the same volleyball team at some point
Yeah.
back in the day.
I think it was 2020. Maybe
Something
is
like
when I
that,
played.
yeah.
And I remember the first night I played my first game, I fell and hurt my arm, and I was screwed up the entire time. I was like, "Damn it!"
I just shake my head.
Yeah.
So
Went
once
down gracefully though.
once
I
volleyball
don't
wraps
doubt it.
up, we'll move into another season of kickball, another season of tennis, and then in the wintertime we offer bowling. We're looking to squeeze another season of bowling in there sometime in the year, but we just lost a bowling alley in town, so
Yes, we did.
it's a hot commodity.
We did. The one on Shipyard Boulevard.
Yeah,
What
Gone.
happened?
They tore it down.
Really?
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's where we were playing. We're at Beach Bowl now, but yeah, so it's been such a great year. Last year was an incredible year for us. Our membership grew dramatically, and we're hoping and planning to continue that growth. But as much as the sports are fun and it's a great way to be outside, get active, from my perspective, a huge part of what we do is community, is building a community, offering a safe space where people can come in no matter who they are, don't judge, and just build a community. I know when I moved here about 3 years ago too, that's Stonewall's how I made a lot of my friends.
Yeah.
I came in here knowing next to no one, and it's been really amazing to see how the people that I'm with nowadays, I still stick around, are the same people that I met through Stonewall in some of my first seasons. So
Yeah, I always tell people when they hit me up and they're like, I'm new in town because I'm in real estate. So I talk
Sure.
to people and they're moving here and like, how do I meet people in the gay community or, whatever. And I was like, Stonewall, that's the best place to do it because that's where you're going to meet the most diverse people and most interesting people and,
Yep.
and have the most fun while you're doing it. So I always push people toward that. So what kind of things do you guys do philanthropically? Like, how does that work?
absolutely. So like I said, we're a 501c3.
401k?
LMNOP.
And we make it a point throughout the year to host events, to raise money, to give back to different organizations in town, and that can change every year. It depends on who needs what.
Is it multiples or is it?
Could be,
typically
yeah,
So it just depends on.
yeah. The way that we like to think about it is certainly we've donated a lot to the Carousel Center. We've been working with them in partnership for several different things. We participate in a lot of their events as well. So they're a big organization that we're really pretty passionate about. And they're passionate, and they give that passion back to us,
Yeah,
which is really awesome. But we, throughout the year, I'd mentioned we have, sports directors, and one of the things that we ask, one of the things that we ask of them to do is to put on, an event where we can raise money and use that money to give back to a different organization in town. And so we've been able to do that, and over the past couple of years, and it's been really successful.
So what kind of event? Like what
Oh
kind of thing?
man, we've done lip sync battles. We've done
Trivia,
trivia. Our trivia was a huge hit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
bingo, drag queen bingo.
We did our first drag queen bingo this past year at Palette, who's also another sponsor of ours.
Yes, we love Palette.
We love Palette,
Love Palette.
and that was a big hit. Bringing in local queens to put on a show and do bingo, and that was actually really pretty incredible time. That was also the time when all the traffic downtown was crazy because we had a special visitor in town, and
Yeah, that was a nightmare day.
Yeah.
so it was like, are people gonna come? But you know what? They did.
They did, and if they dodged traffic,
That's right.
the right way, they got to play.
There you go.
That's awesome.
But yeah, no, we try to
Forgotten
partner.
about that visitor.
We partner with local organizations, local establishments, to bring them business, but also to bring our community together to make an impact.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. So can we talk really quick about? I think this is funny. Some of the names of the kickball teams.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Do you
Billy
know
is
them all?
dying to talk about this.
I just think it's funny because these people get real creative with their names, and I love a good double entendre.
At this
I love
point,
it. I even love saying the word double
if,
entendre.
if there's any children in the car or nearby, should they step away for just,
Just
a few
shake them.
moments?
Shake them.
shake the babies. Shake the babies. I'm gonna get a T-shirt now that says shake the
Absolutely.
babies.
Shake the baby.
Honestly,
And
so
they kiss the hands on the back.
I'm with you, Billy. Like, The puns,
are insane.
they're off the charts.
Yeah.
And for those of you listening, we give, our team's jurisdiction over naming themselves. And we've got some pretty clever ones out there.
All right, lay them on us.
I'm trying
Lay 'em
to
on
think
us.
of some good ones for me. I have a couple off the top of my head. Woody, what about you?
Yeah, I do. And then I have like my dream kickball team name. I've captained like the last 2 seasons.
Has
You
it
might-
been used before?
I was going to say you might need to
Are
hold
you
it
sure you
in.
want to say it? Because somebody's might take
I
it.
know.
Oh,
Yeah.
it would be a fight to the death
Oh,
if you try to
okay.
take my name.
Okay, well then.
But it's I'm gonna save it for after the one.
So you're not gonna tell us?
I am. Oh no.
Oh, you're gonna tell us? Okay.
Because it's my favorite. Anal in the outfield. We love a good pun on a sports movie.
That's so good.
That's good. That's really good.
He's actually turned into Little Red.
Everybody's
I think that's the
That is a good
telltale
one.
sign
Is
of
it
a good
okay to
name.
That is
say
a really
anal
good one.
on
Oh my
here? Just
God.
want to make sure. Okay.
Yeah.
What was the question?
For me, one of my favorites, it was actually from the recent season of kickball, and it was Raging Bunts. I thought that was really clever.
Yeah, that
because
is-
it's true.
Sit on my base.
That was a good one.
Ooh,
Yeah.
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 The one I mentioned before we went on, we started recording was Balls Deep. That's a good one.
So I was on a relay team. We were running. It was a beer relay.
No, Brad, tell me
right.
there wasn't alcohol involved. Are you kidding me?
IPA. A lot when I drink.
You do what?
IPA. A lot
A
when I
lot when I
drink.
drink.
Okay, I get it.
That's super cute.
Clever.
Yeah, that was I don't think it's original, but that was our name.
That was good. So I played at Captain Bill's back in the 90s, a long time ago, probably when they first started, and our team was called Net Sales.
That's
about
okay.
as original and as out there as we could get. Net Sales.
SALES or SAILS?
Well, net sales because we worked at Belk.
I know,
Oh,
but you're
I
on
guess
the
I didn't mention
coast.
that part. No,
SAILS.
retail sales, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, we worked at Belk, and so we got a group together and it was retail sales. Like, it was net
But
sales.
you see what I'm saying? If you
I see
spelled
what
it,
you're saying.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
carry on. Never mind. Sorry. Next.
Next. All right, well, that's funny. So if somebody listening is new to Wilmington or maybe not new to Wilmington and they want to join,
Yeah.
where can they go? What can they expect? How you talked about it being cost effective.
Yep.
Talk about that for just a minute because some people, have to watch the pennies. And
Yep.
We've all been there, and so we want to make sure that everybody can participate, but yet can afford it. So
And that's exactly what we want to, and we know that. And, I mentioned earlier, we're a mission-driven organization, and part of our mission is to provide low-cost sports. And the way that we do that is through, community or sponsorships that we obtain throughout the community through organizations and businesses in town. And a portion of that money goes back to fund our leagues to make sure to help to drive down the cost. Everything's so expensive, and we want to make our leagues as accessible as we can, and that includes cost. The best thing to do to reach out if you're interested in joining Stonewall or kind of hearing what we're about, best thing to do is to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We're Stonewall Sports Wilmington. And on there, you'll see, not only, who we are and what we're about, you'll see pictures of, events and sports that we do. You can get a good kind of feel for, what to, expect from like a crowd perspective and who's all there and, that kind of thing. If you're interested in registering, the best thing to do is to keep an eye on our Facebook and Instagram pages and also sign up for our newsletter. We have an e-blast that we send out.
is that on the web? You have a website, official website, right?
We sure do.
So we can include that down in the comments down below.
Yep. Oh, yeah. And like to your point, another good resource is our website. It outlines, all the sports that we do. And also that's where we provide links to our registrations when they open. We'll post our registrations on our social medias, things like that. And that's the best way to get involved. Also, another fun way is to, if you're, first of all, you can always come and just watch.
I was just going to say, for those who don't want to play, but just want to be a part of the community, you can just go watch the sports.
And we actually have,
be a cheerleader.
We have a great participant base, but we also have a great fan base. And the fan base, is a lot of friends, a lot of family, a lot of parents, a lot of pets. There's a lot of dogs out there always, which is fun. But whenever someone approaches me and kind of asks questions, I always invite them to just either come out and watch. We always play at the same times, usually, on the same days. So the schedule is always consistent, and therefore you can always know what to expect. Or also, especially in our kickball seasons, we play kickball early Sunday afternoons. Thank you.
See, there's Brad screwing around with stuff, making noise in the background. Brad, stop. Anyway, go ahead.
No, we play kickball early Sunday afternoons in the spring and the fall, and then afterwards we go to a local bar and have a social time. So that's a great way to.
Does that change because it's like a bar that may sponsor it? So does that change?
Absolutely, yeah.
One of my favorite places, Satellite, that was the sponsor for many years. I don't know if that's still the case, but anyway, yeah. So that's
so
always a fun
one thing about when you're a Stonewall Sports Wilmington sponsor is we'll if we do have a social event or an event, we'll prioritize them. We want to make sure that we're giving back to them as well.
Right.
And so, the locations change, but it's a great way to meet people in a social, casual environment, even if you're not comfortable playing sports, which our sports are really, not super competitive to begin with.
Really? I'm looking at Woody's face. Woody's like, no.
Let me clarify. There are competitive people.
I think they're real competitive. I know when I played, I'm very competitive, and I get bent out of shape when I mess up or when my teammates mess up. I get really pissy. But anyway,
and there are still some people that are super competitive.
That's what I'm saying,
that.
yeah.
But then you also have some captains.
That's why I don't play.
Captain every sport now, and my team's the team that at volleyball we're taking fireball shots on the court.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
So it's a good
Brad,
mix of both.
you could do that.
Yeah,
you could do that.
But I want to get into the kickball. I used to love kickball as a kid.
Well,
You should try it.
Yeah, totally.
Well, our kickball season is going to open in August, so keep an eye out. Please follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Oh, thank you.
Facebook. I don't know about Instagram.
But another thing was to come to our social or come to our post kickball games. But also, if you take a look out, we post all of our events throughout the year. Just come to one of the things that we're sponsoring or hosting, and
so we talked about actually playing, and then we talked about watching. But what if somebody wanted to volunteer for something? Is there opportunities for that too, or?
Absolutely. Yeah. So a good thing. So we throughout the year, and with Woody's help as well, we'll be out at community events. We'll be out with our table, getting traffic to kind of get our word out there. And so we always are looking for people to either help table, be a presence and support of Stonewall at other events that are in the community. The best way, if you wanted to get involved, is to reach out to us via Facebook or Instagram, or you can go to our website, and there's a place where you can reach out to us as well. I'll also put that out there. My email address is wilmington.commissioner @stonewallsports.org. Feel free to email me anytime, and we'll get you the information that you need into the right spot.
And how long is your reign?
Are we going to talk about another crown?
Reign. Oh, no. So our board positions are on a 2-year cycle. So we offer our board members to, they'll do a 2-year, and if they want to continue after that, they can. If they don't want to, then that's an option as well.
There's been some amazing ones over the years. Amazingly. I'm
so grateful for the people who have got us to where we are right now. Yeah. It's pretty incredible.
It's come a long way. Even me, and I should say this, but I really don't participate much, and shame on me.
I noticed.
But I see it, and I watch it, and I see it from afar, and I'm like, it's really quite amazing how much has been accomplished over the last, 9 years.
Yep.
Hard to believe it's been 9 years.
Yep.
But very good, guys. Final thoughts? Anything we should know? Anything important? Anything funny you want to say?
Woody, I'll start with you if you have anything.
Just don't be afraid to get involved with Stonewall. I think you were talking about the folks that you met. When I moved to Wilmington, I was on a volleyball team that was all free agents. So this just meant that we were 6 people who didn't know 4 other people that wanted to play with us. And my best friends in Wilmington came from that team.
That's a good point because do they always do it that way, or do they know you can form your own team, or you can do free agent
you
situation?
can form your own team, or you can be a free
Or
agent,
you can get
if
put
you
with
know
people,
a couple
or
of
whatever.
people that you like and y'all want to play together. Like there are a lot of different ways to that those teams get kind of cobbled together. But it was me and 5 other people who didn't know anyone, and like they were my best friends now.
I have known people that have met and fallen in love and been in relationships and all that. So yeah, you just never know who you're going to meet and who you're going to. What you're going to experience, and so it's such a great thing.
Yeah, and that's a good point. I mean, with Stonewall, you can expect, teams of, we do our best to mix it up so that, we include people of all skill levels and things like that, so that
to make it fair.
Yeah, it has to be fair.
Absolutely.
If it's not, then we will, address that. But we want it to be fair so it can be fun and safe. That's a really big priority for us. But.
Very good.
The last thing maybe I would say, and if it's okay with you, and you've never played a Stonewall sport, is that right?
Right.
Well, in that case,
Brad, are you getting a gift?
Do you have prizes?
Wow.
Brad, thank you so much for having us today.
I'm excited.
In honor of this occasion, I'd like to gift you an honorary Stonewall Sports t-shirt.
Yes.
Oh, yay.
And so Billy is wearing his tank top for those of you who cannot see or listening, but that's a really nice touch. I love that. But we, every Stonewall participant gets a sport, every Stonewall participant in the sport gets a t-shirt for that season. So a lot of us who have been playing for many years have a ton of these, but they are special because they represent who we are and what we do. And they also have our sponsors on the back. But I'd like to give this to you.
I would like to accept
so that you may
it.
have this. Thank you.
That is awesome.
You bet.
You bet. No, this is so great. Thank you guys so much for having us.
It
It was a really great time.
It's great information, and I think it's very important what you guys are doing, and I think it's amazing. And again, I can't believe it's been 9 years that it's been in Wilmington, and it's going stronger than ever. And you guys are doing an amazing job. Amazing job. So
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in.
Absolutely.
All right. I got it.
Bye.
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed that conversation.
We enjoy all of them.
I mean, come on. Some of the names of those teams, quite outstanding, right? The puns all about. So anybody out there listening, if you're interested in being a part of Stonewall, whether it's watching or playing or volunteering,
supporting with your dollars.
There is tons and tons of opportunities for you to get involved. All the information I am going to include in the body of the podcast, so you can click away and do whatever you feel like your heart tells you to do. But we just so appreciate Sam and Woody coming by today and talking to us about Stonewall. It's such an important thing, and it's been such an amazing. And again, I cannot believe it's been 9 years since it's been in Wilmington. It's just crazy, and it continues to grow and get bigger every day. So or every year. Well, that's all we have, Brad. So,
another episode.
Come and gone. But this was a good one, a really, really good one. So, thank you everybody for tuning in. We greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't done so, please consider subscribing to our podcast because we'd love to have you listen and tell all your friends and family about it. We would greatly appreciate that. So, until then, we'll see you next time. And I don't know what we're going to talk about, but I'm sure it's going to be.
I
something
got an
funny.
idea.
Brad's got an idea. Well, I cannot wait. Do you want to share what this idea is?
No, not yet.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. Okay, bye everybody. Bye, Brad.
You forgot.
Oh, I did. Oh my God, I got so excited about you getting a free t-shirt that I forgot to say, if someone doesn't have a smile, then give them yours.
There you go.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.